Chag Sameach, everyone. We had this incredible opportunity on Yom Kippur for those who were brave enough to stick around for a couple hours between the end of our Shaarey and Musaf service going into Mincha and Marriage. We had this incredible conversation for 2 hours about the power of ritual and the power of the symbols that we have throughout the entirety of these Yamim Noraim, of these high holy days. And what I'd like to do this morning is to continue that conversation. Shaarey is passing out some source sheets. We unfortunately, do not have enough source sheets for everyone. I did that intentionally so that you have to sit next to someone and share. So if you can just raise your hand so Shaarey knows who still needs a source sheet, and find someone in the room with whom you can share your source sheet. So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to take a little bit of a taste of what we do on Thursday nights for Bourbon night and bring it to Sukkot morning. So the way that this is going to work is that I will talk, but hopefully not too much. And we'll read through a few different sources, and any questions, any comments that come up when we go through these sources, all rabbinic sources that will talk to us about the symbolism of this great holiday of Sukkot. Any questions, any thoughts that come through your head while we discuss these together, please just raise your hand and we can have a conversation. If you raise your hand to make a comment or question, I ask that you please just say your name so everyone in the room can either just know your name or respond to you by name if they have something to say as well. So does everyone have a source sheet? We good? Great. So we're going to start with the very beginning, going all the way to the Torah itself. And we have this source, which Marjorie read beautifully for us this morning, that tells us why we're supposed to celebrate this holiday of Sukkot. Okay, so it says, on the first day, you shall take the product of hadar trees, branches of palm trees, boughs of leafy trees, and willows of the brook, and you shall rejoice before the Lord your God for 7 days. It continues to say, you shall dwell in Sukkot for 7 days, and this is our source text from the Torah, which tells us to celebrate the holiday of Sukkot. So the question becomes, what does it mean to dwell in Sukkot? What does it mean to celebrate this holiday of Sukkot? We know that we are supposed to grab these different types of plants, different types of fauna, and to somehow celebrate the holiday with this different vegetation. So from this point on, all throughout history, rabbinic history, and the Rishonim, the earlier rabbis, into the Achronim, the later rabbis, everyone is trying to figure out how exactly we're supposed to celebrate the holiday of Sukkot. So going into our Midrashic material, all the way into the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th centuries of the Common Era, we have the book of Sifra, which is a Midrash, which is a commentary. And on the commentary of this portion, we have the following verses. And thus does say Ezra, say, and that they must announce and proclaim throughout all their cities and Jerusalem, saying, go out to the mountains and bring olive leaves, and olive tree leaves, and hadass leaves, and date palm leaves, and plaited tree leaves to make Sukkot, as it is written from our verse by Yikra 23:43, so that your generations know that I caused the children of Israel to dwell in Sukkot when I took them out of the land of Egypt. Rabbi Eliezer says, now here's where we have 2 different opinions about what these Sukkots are. Rabbi Eliezer says that they were booths, literally. They were quite literally Sukkot. That when the Israelites were in the wilderness, when they were leaving Egypt and traveling to the Promised Land, they dwelled in something similar to what we have outside in our courtyard. So that is one drash, that is one takeaway. But Rabbi Akiva comes and says something different. Rabbi Akiva says that the Sukkot in which they were dwelling were ananei havod, were clouds of glory. From the verse, when I took them out of the land of Egypt, we are referring to God's presence, to God's clouds of glory. We are hereby taught that even the Sukkah is a reminder of the Exodus from Egypt. So while we have Pesach in the spring celebrating Yetziat Mitzrayim, the rabbis of the Midrash say that in the fall, the holiday of Sukkot is also celebrating Yetziat Mitzrayim. That there seems to be a connection between us leaving Egypt and then whatever came next in our chapter, whether it was us physically dwelling in these booths, or if it was the protection of God's ananei kavod, if it were these clouds of glory that took us and protected us throughout the way. Whatever it is, the holiday of Sukkot, according to our rabbis, is a celebration of Yetziat Mitzrayim, of the redemption from Egypt. So in the very early text that we have this argument, and go all the way to the Achronim, the Mishnah Berurah, which is the third source on the bottom of our front page. So the Ramah, Rabbi Moshe Isserles, who's an Ashkenazi rabbi, had this to say: "For I have caused them to dwell in Sukkot. These are the clouds of glory. These are the Ananei Kavod. And as an example of them, he commanded us to make Sukkot to remember his awesome and wondrous deeds. And even though we left Egypt in Nisan, which is the time when we celebrate Pesach, he did not command us to make Sukkot at that time," which we would have thought that if we were celebrating Yetziat Mitzrayim, that we would build Sukkot in Nisan at the time of Pesach. The reason why? He did not command us to make Sukkot at that time, for that is summertime, and everyone makes Sukkot then, for shade. And it would not have been noticeable that we are doing this, we turn the page, as a commandment. Therefore, he commanded us to do this in the 7th month, when it begins to rain, and all people leave their Sukkot and go into their homes. And we go out from our homes and sit in the Sukkah, and thus show that we are performing a mitzvah for God. Just fascinating, right? This is definitely coming from an Ashkenazi rabbi who was in Eastern Europe at the time. The saying that, why are we doing that? Rabbi Stark spoke beautifully on this yesterday, that when you're in Eastern Europe or when you're in Southfield, Michigan, Sukkot falls at a time that's usually uncomfortable to be outside. That it comes at a time when it's raining, that I've been in Sukkot when it's snowing, that it comes at a time when it is difficult to be outside. It's not necessarily comfortable. It's not necessarily nice to be sitting out in the sukkah. We have to bundle up. We have to make sure that if the rain or the snow is coming, that we don't stay out too long. We can make kiddush, or we can then come inside. But what Rabbi Isserles is saying is that Tzach is supposed to be tough. It's definitely supposed to be a challenge to observe in the fall, because it's supposed to represent our willingness to perform the mitzvah. Yes? Nisan is not summertime, it's springtime. That is true. That is a very good point. That is a very good point. Seems to Moshe Isserles, Rabbi Isserles, the Ramah, that spring would be easier than fall for whatever reason. They can definitely be equally difficult. We can't have tornadoes in spring. That is true. That is true. So Rabbi Isserles lived in the Ukraine, I believe. So I don't know the weather of the spring in the Ukraine so well, but it was probably pretty rainy.
But I think he was projecting back to Israel.
He was probably projecting back to Israel, saying that in Nisan, in Eretz Yisrael, it is going to be more pleasant than in the fall in Eretz Yisrael.
That's true, that's true. That's so beautiful. If anybody is not ready to Sukkot during Israel or Sukkot, I would suggest.
Right, it's a beautiful time. Okay, so we'll hang on to that, because we're probably not going to be able to answer that. I'm sorry. So he finishes and says, some Achronim have written that when one enters the sukkah, he should have in mind that God commanded us to sit in the sukkah as a remembrance of the Exodus, and also as a remembrance of the clouds of glory that he surrounded us with, then to protect us from hot winds and sun. This is all in order to fulfill the mitzvah exactly as it should be performed, but ex post facto, if he intended to fulfill the mitzvah, he has done so. So Rabbi Isserles, the Ramah, goes a step further and says not only is it a mitzvah to dwell in the sukkah, but he says we have to transcend the symbolism. We can't just look at it as a physical act. We have to keep in mind also why we're sitting in the sukkah. And according to Rabbi Isserles, the reason that we're sitting in the sukkah is to remember Yetziat Mitzrayim, to remember the Exodus from Egypt. We continue with the Tosefta, so going back into some of the Midrash. This gives us another example, another look at the symbolism of our holiday. So in the Tosefta, the Midrash says, with regard to Abraham, it says, quote, and relax under the tree, which is from Bereshit. And in return, God gave his descendants 7 clouds of glory in the desert. So once again, we have this imagery of the Ananei Kavod. We have this image of God's glorious cloud-like form that is somehow a protective force. And the 7 clouds of glory are, so I want you to imagine what's going on right here. 7 clouds of glory, 1 to the right, 1 to their left, 1 in front of them, 1 behind them, 1 above their heads, and 1 for the Shekhinah amongst them. would go in front of them, which according to the Tosefta would kill snakes and scorpions and burn thorny bushes, and would lower for them the high road and raise the low road and make the path straight. And a continuation of this midrash from a different midrash from the Mechilta, the Rabbi Ishmael says, and they shot arrows and projectiles upon them, and the cloud and the angel protected them, as it is written, do not fear, Avram, I will shield you, your reward will be very great. So we have here another imagery, which is almost kind of like the imagery of the Iron Dome in Israel, that any projectiles coming forward, there is this Amud Anan, there is this holy, sacred, and secure cloud that is preventing any kind of damage from taking place and hurting the people of Israel. Okay. Any questions so far? So here's the imagery that we have. All throughout the Midrash, all throughout the early rabbis, and going all the way to the Achronim, it seems to them that the imagery that we should be holding on to when we are in the Sukkah and throughout this holiday of Sukkot is one of security. There seems to be something about the Ananei Kavod, about these clouds of glory that went with the Israelites when they were in the wilderness on their way to the Promised Land. And throughout that, there was an idea of security and protection. So that is the imagery that the rabbis want us to hold on to. And I think they internalize it so much, they take it so beautifully symbolically, that it actually works its way into our Siddur and into our liturgy. So if you turn to the next page, we have from our Mariv service, which we read every evening, the Hashivenu prayer. And in Hashivenu, we read the following words. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim u'furos aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'tekne'enu b'tzad tovam lefanecha, v'hoshe'enu me'ara l'man shemecha. Help us, Lord, to lie down in peace and awaken us again, our sovereign to life. Spread over us your sukkah, your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and plague, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace, now and always. Spread over us the sukkah, the shelter of your peace. Praise are you, Lord, who spreads the sukkah of peace over us, over all God's people, Israel, and over Jerusalem. So even into the liturgy, this idea of the sukkah transcends this idea of just a physical dwelling that we're supposed to be mindful of the fragility and the actual physical dwelling that our ancestors lived in. Our rabbis are asking us to take that as something that we should historically look at, but also to go further. And to say that when we're in the sukkah, we're not just looking at different plants that are above our heads. The schach, the branches, the foliage, whatever we have on top of our sukkah is supposed to represent the Ananei Kavod. They're supposed to represent the clouds of glory. And someone asked a really great question. I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, but yesterday when we were going into the sukkah, or maybe even 2 nights ago when we were going into the sukkah, they were asking about the requirements for the height and for the parameters of how big and how tall and everything the sukkah should be. And we learned from the second sukkah, the rabbis say in the Talmud that a sukkah cannot be more than 20 amot. It can't be more than 20 amot high. And one of the reasons they say it can't be so high is because then you can't see the schach. And the schach is supposed to represent the Ananei Kavod. It's supposed to represent the clouds of glory. And you should always be able to see the clouds of glory. And the other reason for the measurement of 20 amot is that the Holy of Holies was built at 20 amot. And the Ark of the Covenant was stationed at Arba Tefachim, at 4 Tefachim, which is also that sukkah cannot go lower than Arba Tefachim. So there's also, while we have all of this imagery, there's also a beautiful image that comes in the measurements of our sukkah that's supposed to remind us not just of the Ananei Kavod, but of the Haftorah that Barry read so beautifully for us, about the temple itself. That when we are building a sukkah, when we are dwelling in a sukkah, we are dwelling in a mini portable version of the temple. And when we think about the protection that our ancestors had in the desert, they had the Mishkan. The Mishkan was the portable dwelling place of God that led the Israelites with peace and protection all the way to the Holy Land. And now in this age where we no longer have the temple, where we are in exile, the Shekhinah, God's presence is in exile with us, when when we celebrate the holiday of Sukkot, there's something beautiful and something very profound about celebrating this mitzvah by being asked to build and to dwell in a mini version of our own temple, to have God's protection and to have God's peace with us wherever we may travel. So we're going to read one last source, coming from Brachot 57a in the Talmud. So Rabbi Yosef says, one who sees a goat in a dream, I know we transition a little bit to something a little tangential, but stay with me. One who sees a goat in a dream, it is a sign that his year will be blessed. One who sees goats, plural, his or her years will be blessed. As it is stated, and there will be goat's milk enough for your food, for the food of your household, and sustenance for your maintenance. One who sees myrtle in a dream, it is a sign that his property will be successful. And if he does not own property, it is a sign that he will receive an inheritance. Rabbi Ula said, and some say it was taught in a Braita, this applies exclusively to a case where he saw them on their stand. One who sees an etrog in a dream has seen a sign that he is honored before his creator, as it is stated with regard to the citron, to the etrog, the fruit of goodly trees, hadar, branches of palm trees. And one who sees a palm branch, one who sees a lulav in their dreams, it is a sign that he or she has but one heart, and that one heart is for their Father in heaven. Lulav, so the lamed and the vav and the lamed and the bet, is interpreted not as lulav, but lo lev. So instead of just being lulav, the words lo lev in Hebrew means to him there is a heart. So the rabbis are drashing off this not just symbolically, not just metaphorically, but really going into the very essence of the words themselves to make this about so much more than just physically dwelling in a sukkah. And as a continuation of the conversation that we started in Yom Kippur, and I hope that we can continue throughout the year as we go throughout these other holidays and our calendar together, the symbolism is one thing, and the symbolism is beautiful, and the physicality is beautiful. But when we go and learn and we go even further and deeper into what we're doing when we actually physically do these ritual acts, or when we put our hearts and our minds and our souls into them more than just a physical representation of some kind of historical aspect of who we are. If we go and we look at the heart and the essence and the meaning and the beauty behind all of them, it takes the celebration that we're beginning with and it brings it even deeper and more meaningful. So as we continue on in this holiday of Sukkot, as we end the first days of Sukkot tonight and go into Chol HaMoed, I hope that pray and our blessing for all of us is that we can continue on in this holiday with a deep understanding of what we're doing, that these ananei kavod, that these clouds of glory are here to protect us, but they're also here to give us an idea of mindfulness, that we are building our own temple each and every day, that the mitzvah that we are performing on Sukkot is to be